This is the Erin Cruz Show. Politics for the people and by the people. With your host, Erin Cruz.
Hello and welcome to the Erin Cruz Show. My name is Erin Cruz. I am your hostess today. I want to tell you, we have had so many things going on here in the state of California and across the nation. It's been incredible for me, myself as a candidate, meeting with many different patriots up and down the state of California. I'm traveling again. It's just been phenomenal. But really, across the nation, we've seen an outpouring for the state of California and a real desire to get back on track, which to me is just a beacon of hope. It speaks to my soul. It tells me that our state, our nation is not lost, no matter how grim the mainstream media wants to play off that we should be thrown, California should be thrown off of a cliff and forgotten. No, freedom is alive, liberty is alive and well in the hearts of Americans, United States citizens, and they have a fervent love for this country and everything God sent our ancestors out here to do in terms of creating a space where we can worship freely and pursue life. It just, to me, wrapping my head around the whole thing, it's overwhelming. And so what I want to talk to you tonight about is something dear to my heart. There have been so many hot topic issues going around about the different representatives that just took place in Congress. They just took their seats, and really, folks, really, we are at a turning point today. Right now, right where you're sitting, we are at a turning point. We are at a space where we have the opportunity to make impact like never before. I was thinking about this last night. I've written a lot of different articles on Cruz Report, everything Erin Cruz, from press releases to news articles to commentary, funny things, serious items, open letters, you name it. But as I was writing and I was looking at these items and pieces I was doing, I was thinking back to 2008 and 9 when Obama took office, and we had a movement. We had a movement of people, not just Democrats, not just Republicans, not libertarians, Greens, party factions, okay? We had a movement of the people of the United States of America. We had Occupy movement. We had all these things. And not all of them I agree with, I'll be frank. Okay? Not all of them I agree with. But the one thing I saw was the people in America, the United States citizens who live in this great country, took action, unified effort, in a healthy, functional, systematic way, which helped transform our country and push back against the progressive ideologies that were encroaching in at that time. And I'm going to tell you that had we not had that movement, we would be far worse off now than we currently are today. Think about that for a moment. So when I was thinking back at this movement in 2009 and 2010, I was thinking, what could we do different? What could we do the same? What could we do as a people to unify and really, really get this country back on track? Because, folks, we now have anti-Semites in our United States Congress. We have outright communists serving, socialists serving in our Congress. There are serious fundamental issues with all three of these mentioned topics, which, as legislators, they're circumventing, they're undermining the United States Constitution as they legislate and as they cast their votes. So, how do we take action and unify on such a divided front and polarization of America? Communicate. We have to communicate. We have to be better about speaking to one another. You know, I talk to people everywhere I go. I listen, but I also speak to them, and I speak to not just their minds and their logic, but also to their heart. You know, we have to be able to connect with one another. Certainly there are going to be those people that cannot be reached. They don't want to be reached, and they are just going to be wasting your time when you're trying to communicate with them. I urge you, if you're a person of faith, lean on your Constitution, who you are. Lean on your faith. Lean on the Holy Spirit and look to God for guidance on how to proceed. If you're not a person of faith, you know, everybody to each their own. This is the United States of America, right? But if you're not a person of faith, really learn about how to read people and look to what signals they might be giving you in how you can proceed to communicate with them in the most effective manner. So communication is the foundation. This is something that we need to focus on as a people. Also, unifying on the social media front. Recently, I've seen something interesting that people want to boycott Twitter. And this has been going on for a couple of years. Quite frankly, I personally see no value in the left winning by shutting me up for one moment. Someone once told me that, and they were an ex-liberal. They said, you know what, I'm an ex-liberal. I'm no longer I'm no longer a liberal. But I was talking to one of my liberal friends, and they explained to me that they're not going to be able to convert me. This is what they said. They're not going to be able to convert me. And when I asked why, they said to me, look, you're never going to change my mind. My only goal is to shut you up and to stop you from being able to do what you want to be doing and furthering conservatism. That's it right there. And frankly, I will not be silenced. Not by the left, not by the right, not by anyone. Our duty to this country right now is to work hard and systematically to better the opportunities for a stronger, more refined, and limited government. And the only way to do that is to communicate constantly. The Democrats never stop. They don't stop. They won't even stop for a moment of silence to respect our troops or our fallen. In fact, some of these progressives even disturb funerals, times of mourning. So we have to really look at how we can be most effective. And if you're looking to boycott social media, go to a media source and rally there and pick up media there and have everybody go there and connect. We did that with Web Talk. We were firm supporters in Web Talk and other mobile.co, totally supportive of mobile.co. I think that we have to be stronger about how we communicate and what we want to accomplish. We need to accomplish a lot of things, and it's going to take our voice and our dedication to consistently support liberty and freedom of all Americans. And so with that, I want to move in to my other statement for you today. like I mentioned, and I keep saying I, and I don't like to say that, but look, we have so much that needs to be done. I can only do so much. I am relying on you to take part and do what you need to do to help further your communities. We together have a lot of work to do. We want to see, and I want to see, but we want to see President Donald Trump accomplish the many different things that he needs to accomplish in the last 2 years he's in office, and to be able to regain the presidency in 2020. It's going to take a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. We have to work together. I really need to have you partner with me. That means, please go to my website, erincruz.com. Look at the Cruz report where I put everything Erin Cruz. Our teams work hard to put that all over the internet. They put it on, we have a new, somebody put up a new fan page on Facebook, Team Erin Cruz, for everybody to gather and share everything about what we're trying to do. It's not just about me and getting my name recognition out there for when I run for office again in 2022, which I'm currently on trajectory for the United States Senate. But it's to help get everything going so our voice is louder. Look, folks, we don't have mainstream media. Many of the conservatives out there are even being shut down, like Loomer. She's been shut down even off of PayPal, receiving contributions. You know, we have to do better about being able to communicate about these different sources. So when we see that if somebody set up a fan page, go to that fan page, Team Erin Cruz, join, share everything that you find that we're working on, or stories that maybe are important to you that you'd like to see us work on. We also started something else. We started restoringamericanow.org, and that's a nonprofit. We're pending 501c3 with a pending 501c4, I believe, nonprofit status. 2 organizations separate, but look, we want to help people. There are a lot of people going through a lot of situations right now. Part of it is organizing. We need infrastructure. We need volunteers to step up all throughout the country. That's every state, 50 states. We currently, I think, have 20 states involved with Restoring America Now. And we have volunteers in, I think, 35 states? 40 states? I'd have to look. But we need people involved. We need people involved. We're going to be doing veterans outreach education. We're going to be doing homelessness support and helping with those humanitarian needs. Education, helping those people who we want to see get their college education, be it trade school or formal university. We want to help Americans. You know, we saw something in this country which it broke my heart. It broke my heart. We have a push to reach out to the Latino and Hispanic community, which I think is amazing. I think it's amazing. We have to reach all Americans, all United States citizens, to unify us. But we also need to reach all, and I say that again, all United States citizens, everyone. There are so many people that are hurting. It doesn't matter if you're Hispanic, Latino, Vietnamese, Asian, Pacific Islander. I mean, it doesn't matter where you came from. You're here and you're an American and you are a United States citizen and you are struggling. We want to help get you paired in, to different programs which might be able to assist you in having a better quality and a stronger ability, to harness life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness is the biggest thing. And, I think when I was reading some of these polls the other day, you can look at one of my articles. I talk about Hispanics and approval ratings of President Trump and different things. But I was going through there, and some of the polls I was reading, it talked about happiness, quality of life for people who are 18 to 24, 24 to 50. And in all those groups, they're financially okay, just okay. Not really struggling, but kind of okay. We have an obligation to look to ourselves, not to the government, but look to ourselves as humanity, as people, as American citizens, to help foster the type of environment regulatorily, systematically within our communities, as people, within our church groups, our faith groups, our community groups, to reach to one another. And as a person of faith, this is part of my ministry, is to help and reach one another. The only way that we're going to be able to do that is to unify. And so that's why I created Restoring America Now, to bring people together. Be it if you're a veteran and you're struggling in a certain area and you need resources. Be it you're a homeless person or going to be a homeless person and you need, where do you start? How do you get help? How did you get here in the first place? What happened that there was a breakdown that you're now in this place? Humanity have to work together, especially as Americans. Communities are so vast now. Urbanization and the breakdown of the family unit have to unify, and that's another issue I want to talk about, is the family unit. Family unit is currently under attack here in the United States of America. If the communists, progressives, can break down the family unit, that's it. That's it. So this is something that Restoring America Now is also working to help, is families. So, folks, I really can't stress enough that we have an opportunity right now to unify and to help one another, to help lift each other up, to also, in that space, as we're working with one another, to better our own lives. We can do so through reaching the government and systematically, just consistently and systematically working on refining the policies and pushing for reduced size and scope of government. But we have to be systematic about it. And that's where I need your help. So please go to erincruz.com, and there is a tab called RAN, R-A-N. Go to that tab, sign up to volunteer. If you can give $5, that would be great. We're still building. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. But, I look at other groups like La Raza. They've changed their name. Acorn, La Raza, you name it. These are huge groups, and they have huge mass numbers of people who everybody just pours in a little bit, and they accomplish a lot. And look at what they're accomplishing right now. I've created an organization that I aim to be one of the largest conservative, liberty-loving, freedom-toting, God-fearing, American-supporting organizations in U.S. history, which I can't do it without you guys. I need your help. Time, talent, treasure. We have a base group of volunteers. I think I told you, like 50 people. It's really great. We need more. We always need more. There's always some way that you can help. Because as we see on that website, we're also talking about initiatives supporting people in their concern for their humanitarian situation. Here in the state of California, we have a crisis, humanitarian crisis, where they're spending billions of dollars on illegal aliens and funding health care and funding this other thing, this train to nowhere, which Gavin Newsom says he's going to defund. He can't defund it. He can't stop it. It was a voter-supported project. But you know what? He can't stop that program. He's not going to stop helping people who are here illegally before he helps our veterans and our homelessmen. Homeless. But you know what? We can stop him. And aside from Restoring America Now, people have asked me as a United States Senator candidate for 2022, also as an activist, as a leader here in the state of California and across the nation, to step up and to help lead the charge on those issues. I will. And support all of you in your desire to see these individuals like Gavin Newsom removed from office legally. I would like to stand with you to remove 7 top statewide officials. 7. That's everybody from the governor, the lieutenant governor, the controller, the AG, the treasurer, all the way down. These individuals have been in California and are exactly the reason why our state is in the state it's in. And when I saw that Gavin Newsom moved forward just the other day and gave his state of California address, I was disgusted. And so we're going to move on to our next part of the show where we talk about what we can do as United States citizens, as Californians, about Gavin Newsom. Well, when I saw Gavin Newsom put his State of the Union address out there, I shrieked. I mean, I was just beside myself. In fact, I would like to read the open letter to Gavin Newsom. Dear Gavin Newsom, today's State of California address is an outright sham. You must be smoking way too much California cannabis. Oh wait, even those who dip into their stash still have more muster for thought than your mouth uttered today. I am outright disgusted at your complete disregard for our safety and our security as a state. Further, you push for even more socialistic programs is beyond disturbing. Taking into account your lack of regard for U.S. citizens living in our golden state, lack of respect for taxpayers in the state is outright criminal. It can't be either or. Really, Gavin? Really? That's what he said in his address. It can't be either or. This is exactly the opposite of your statement towards Trump pulling the National Guard from our southern United States border. In the words of Rep. Joe Wilson, you lie. You lie. First, you were for spending billions of the not so high speed rail to nowhere. Now you want to keep high speed rail in rural California. Do you hear yourself? Have you been taking lessons from Gruber? If so, you need to brush up. No, don't do that. It would cost even more taxpayer dollars. All Californians should take heed to your outright communistic, progressive push for this state, looking to the San Francisco you brought to its knees. Many don't want to connect the dots, and I don't mind helping. You single-handedly led San Francisco to its economic demise. You helped escalate poor economic development via competition. He killed competition, literally. Housing crisis, neglect of ever-rising homelessness, escalating crime, feces on the streets leading to a feces map startup. Record heroin and street drug epidemics leading to the insane shoot-up stations. The fact is, after leaving crumbling San Francisco, you moved to Lieutenant Governor of California, putting your ever-vibrant communist stamp of approval on the actions of then-Governor Brown. It is clear from your speech, your goal for California is competition for the Reich of history past. No, I'm not joking. Substitute Jews with taxpayers and you have yourself a Gavin Newsom right cake sandwich. People are scheduling to leave California in droves due to pending policy. I say stay. I say to the people of California, we need to fight you on every policy, Gavin. Every single one. We don't want your communistic big government fix-all solution. We, as Americans, know big government is never the answer to tough problems. Don't think for a second that I stand alone. I stand alongside my countrymen. I stand firm, grounded on the Word of God, knowing the Declaration of Independence, the United States Constitution is our contract, not with you as We know our rights, our inalienable rights, come not from you or any man. They come from God. Your level of leftist, fascist, communistic big government knows best, challenges even the most God-fearing American living outside of California to stay put, not leaving their homesteads, to remove you from office themselves as our fellow countrymen. There will come a time soon when you, your socialist, communist, progressive countertypes meet lawful removal from office. Until then, know we are watching. We are taking names, making sure to know exactly who is undermining our great state, our Republic of California, and the United States of America. Your lack of regard for our support workers is astounding. May God watch over our men and women in uniform, be it law enforcement, our U.S. military, our Customs and Border Patrol, as we venture into several years of decay of our great state. Citizens, hold the line. Be brave. We, the citizens of California, have your back. We're together, folks. We're together. Newsom, as you corruptly move forward on unlawful laws with the legislature, I urge all taxpayers, citizens, stay focused, don't waver, hold Gavin to the wall on every issue. Every single one. Trust Gavin Newsom, said no person ever. In God we trust. Erin, Cruz. There you have it, folks. You know, we're at a point in time where we have this opportunity with social network, with different platforms to communicate, unify, follow one another, share with one another, be it Facebook, Twitter, WebTalk, Mobile.co, wherever it might be. Unify, unify, unify. Stand shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm with one another. I know together we can get this country and this state back on track. President Donald Trump, everybody says, oh, Trump, Trump, Trump. You know what? Trump is counting on me, and he is counting on you to do the work. We have to support him. He is a talking head. We here on the ground have to do the work. That means unifying, communicating, working on legislative issues, working on volunteer infrastructure, working on training people and teaching them how to get out the message, working on streamlining and helping one another. We have to do better. We will do better, but we have to stay unified. So please follow all of our pages. Talk to people. You know, look up the hashtag on social media. If you're not on social media, you know, you can communicate with us via email and other ways. But if you're on social media, all you have to do is put in a hashtag Team Erin Cruz, and there you go. You're going to find yourself a group of people who fundamentally believe in most of the same things. Limited government. The basic tenets of the United States Constitution are alive and well, and this country is not lost. It is only lost when you don't take action. So, with that, I'm going to leave you tonight to your own, to be able to go ahead and do some homework. Find all of our pages. Connect with Patriots Online. If you don't know how to make a Twitter account and you've always wanted to be on Twitter, email us. Go to erincruz.com. Send us a message. We're here for you. We have a group of volunteers that are second to none. I mean, they're amazing. We can train you. If you don't want to be on Facebook or social media, but you still want to remain connected, sign up for our newsletter. You know, let us know. Send us an email. Let us know where you're at so we can help you get connected to Patriots in your area. Perhaps you have time to volunteer in our sister organization, Restoring America Now, or on the U.S. Senate campaign. Sign up to volunteer. We're always looking for people to unify. Our God-given liberties and freedoms are at risk from men who want nothing more than to have power, money, and control. We have the power to change all that. God bless you. God bless California. And God bless the United States of America. See you next week as we go to convention.
Standing on the edge of disaster, telling me you can't go on. I can hear your heart beating faster, wondering what you did wrong. Broken inside, losing your fight. I know what it's like to break, so let me hold you through the pain. I know what you're fighting for. You're in the middle of a war, even down on your broken road. There's still hope. You are not alone. Tell me what you're waiting for. Just let me open up the door to give you hope. You are not alone. You're not alone. You are not alone. You're not alone. You are not a slave to the master, a prisoner inside your mind. I can even see what you're after, but I will never leave your side. Never lose hope, the end of your road, staring death face to face. Now will you stand and walk away? I know what you're fighting for. You're in the middle of a war, even down on your broken road. There's still hope. You are not alone. Tell me what you're waiting for. Just let me open up the door to give you hope. You are not alone. Not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Not alone. You are not alone. You're not alone.
To hear more and to learn more on how you can make an impact or about the Erin Cruz Show, visit us online at erincruz.com. That's ERINCRUZ.com. Thank you for joining us, and see you at the same time and the same place next week.